Push on the beat.
Shakchisa, kamba kwe media. Kaunesha kaitike kula wayo, mayutaka kumbuka, ansi kumandio ndio, ansi anopikisa wese tombate kwio, neiba herere machirita mchiri kutaurane anufunge pwezi shaka wanda, bamwe banotigeza da kumisa shikananda, shiri kumeza go, ifanika anakonda, taona basu uda na unatironi komanda, titaka chamuka, titaka muka, wachira titauti.
Right, 29 May 2025, and today I'm so excited to be giving you my evening clarity update. So in the evenings, I give you the update that makes sure that you go to bed knowing what is important and what is not. So today was a very eventful day. A lot has happened today, and I want to unpack for you what has happened and what is going to happen tomorrow. So as you saw, we appeared in court today, and our lawyer, Yugi, presented our answering affidavit. So she presented our answering affidavit, and we have obviously our other lawyer who is sick, is off sick, Chris, and you guys were there. You know that Yugi did a very good job. She managed to represent, and she drafted those papers. All the changes that needed to be made were made, and we're very happy with the work that she's doing. So that portion was done, and the judges requested to go and look at the papers overnight, and then tomorrow we're going to have what is called the heads of argument. Those are going to be presented tomorrow by both our lawyer, Yugi, and also the prosecution. So tomorrow the prosecution is going to present the papers, the heads of arguments, so that we then go to the day when we're going to have a bail ruling. We expect the ruling after a week. So next week, the whole of next week, the judge is not present, the magistrate is not available. So the next possible date when we expect the judge or the magistrate to be available is the 10th of June. So we're expecting that the next time in between tomorrow and the 10th of June, somewhere there, the judge will be able to look at everything, and then we'll be back in court on the 10th, by which time there will be a ruling on bail. So Nyoka is likely to get an answer on the 10th. If we succeed, he's going to go on bail. If we fail, we then have to go to the High Court. And what we did this evening is that after our court, our bail hearing at court, we then called a meeting at my hotel. So everyone came here to see me. That is all the lawyers, including the lawyers that we were not working with before. So everyone in this picture, except for Chris, who is sick. And also all the representatives have met this evening. And we have had an agreement. We've reached a certain agreement. However, it's not yet finalized. So we are going to make an announcement within a short space of time. So I hopefully by the end of next week, we'll be able to make an announcement on what is going to happen with the advocate. So the advocate you're watching here, we talked to her for a very long time. We also sat down with Godwin, and also we sat with his team. We also sat with the administrators. I've had a call with Sarwaka. I've had a call with a number of other people. So what we've decided to do is that we come up with a comprehensive answer by next week. So we're going to have an answer next week. Tomorrow, Yugi is going to represent Nyoka in court. So she's going to go and present the heads of arguments at 2 p.m. And this is going to be quite short. It's not a long thing. And then in terms of Who is our lawyer? Who is our advocate? That answer, you get it after we sit down with everybody and reach an agreement. However, what we agree today is that everyone is going to be on one invoice. So currently, people are paying this other person, the other one pays that other person. That is going to stop. We all are going to be on one invoice, and that invoice is managed by Malahlela and Co. Those are the lawyers managing, and those are the lawyers who are going to take any payment. So in terms of if you are going to make any payment, it doesn't matter even if you make it directly to whichever person. If you have got a preference, you can make that payment, but it's going to come back to one invoice, which I'm going to present here sometime tomorrow or the day after, so that we see where all the monies have gone, who has paid what, who has received what, and so forth. And in terms of the payment, tonight, most of the money that I was sent last week has cleared. So, you know that Gambakwe is raising funds, and we have so far raised about 15,000 rands. So that money has been paid, and I've shown you last week. So today we've made an additional payment of 5,000, which is going to Malahlela and Co, because they're the ones who've been running around. So that one is going directly to Malahlela and Co. And I understand that in my discussion with the Sarwaka, he has also made a direct payment to Chris. So a direct payment has been made to Chris, and then Godwin is going to pay directly to the lawyer that you're seeing here. I won't mention the name for now because she's not yet part of our team. It's not yet finalized. So Godwin is going to make a payment. And then within the next few days, we're going to have one invoice showing every payment made to every lawyer representing Nyoka. These lawyers are working for nothing. They are not charging us their normal fees. The advocates are basically working for free. And this is all so that we can help Nyoka to get out. So I'm so happy. And for those who want to donate through me, please send your money through that number. Sorry, apologies for that. Please send your money towards this number. That is the number of Gambakwe. If you send your money here, like the guys who sent yesterday, there's a guy who sent me money on my bank account and so forth. We are going to make sure that your money is paid, and it's going to be transparently displayed here, and the Nyoka is going to get out. I am so grateful. There are people sending me 100 rands, 200 rands. I know that it's your last money. And the Nyoka, when he comes out, I'm going to show him everyone who is paid. If you have got money and you're a millionaire or a billionaire, do not let us struggle with no money. You know, ZANU PF has got Wicknow. They've got Scott. They've got all the millionaires and billionaires. If you want to rule this country, if you want to be in charge of Zimbabwe, if you want to go home, help Nyoka to get out. Do not look at us and leave us to say, vacha reza. Ndiwe munu wacho, iwewe, acha reza mari yoyo. So send us the money and let us pay the lawyers. There will be an interim statement every week as long as we make a statement, we make a payment so that you understand what is going on and what the lawyers are doing. I think I've covered everything. I now want to go to the logistics of tomorrow. So I've not had a chance to look at Sarwaka's channel, Nyokayemabhunu channel, and Mdzingwa. I've not had a chance. I was almost looking at Traore, but I haven't had a chance to look at it. I just came out of the meeting with the lawyers. However, I now want to tell you what I think. So you can accept what I'm saying or you can refuse to accept it. But the events that happened today at court, they need me to explain a little bit. So firstly, the Interpol officer was not allowed to carry a gun into court. So that is not allowed, as far as I know. So it's not allowed for the Interpol officer to carry a gun into court. So we're going to clarify what has happened for him to enter the court with a gun. However, I personally went to him and I asked him if he was in court to serve Nyoka with papers. And he said to me, get out, get out. That is the one thing that he said. And all of you were there. And so I asked everyone to leave the court. However, there were a few people who were left who then grabbed the Interpol officer by the collar from the court and dragged him into the passage. So that behavior is not allowed. So that behavior of being violent, of doing anything in court except sitting there and watching is not allowed. Therefore, their prosecution, I've talked to them myself. They've come to me. They know me. The people at court are watching everything we're doing. They're watching our videos. They're watching what we're talking about. They're watching our behavior outside court. They know my name. So if you want to know, they know me by name. So everything that we're doing is being closely watched by the court. So let us behave ourselves. Don't say any statements inciting anyone to do anything. It's going to work against Nyoka. A bail hearing is not a trial. A bail hearing is an opportunity for Nyoka to be tried from outside because he is believed to be someone who is going to be good in society, who is not going to cause violence, who is not going to interfere with investigations. If you go to court and cause chaos, that is the opposite of a person that is good in society, that is not going to interfere with investigations. So they will not grant him bail. Don't damage property. So I saw guys surrounding the car of the Interpol officer. I told the guys there to move away. When you go to court, you are not a law unto yourself. And do not protest in a way that will interfere with other people. So when I arrived, all of you were standing in the corner, protesting there. That is what you should do. Otherwise, they will not allow you into the grounds. So that will defeat the purpose of what you're trying to do. So tomorrow, this is my suggestion. Don't come to court. So there are only 4 people allowed in court. And one of those people is me. That leaves 3 people. The lawyer is allowed to come in court. The other lady is allowed to come into court. That leaves 2 people, maybe. So we're going to select 2 people to come to court. I'm going to phone the guys and see who is available. But do not come and protest at court. It's not helping anything. And it's not going to count for anything. This is going to be a long journey. It's going to take at least 12 months for this thing to end. 12 months. So you have an opportunity when it's trial. But for now, let us allow Nyoka to get a free bail hearing and come out. So we don't want any violence. You don't have a right in South Africa because you're not South African to do what you're doing. The South Africans are allowing you here. If you're in Zimbabwe, by now, most of you will be in jail. So don't alienate the South Africans. And don't think you're a hero. Don't be a hero. I don't want people who are heroes. Stay very, very calm when you come to court. We've been going to court now for over a month. There's been no event. So let's us keep that way so that the judges and the magistrates and the prosecutors are on our side. Also, don't take footage of court officials. When you're in court, you're not allowed to do that. So don't do that. Don't point your camera at court officials. That is not allowed. And when you see court officials, do not film them when they're trying to sort out the situation in the corridors. So don't do it. Right, I would like to thank all of you for this portion. And I know that there's a lot of energy among the youngsters. So I understand what you're going through, but also manage yourself. Right, let's go to a very important question, comment here. lawyers have trust accounts and all payments should be paid into trust accounts. That's correct. So Mkoma artists, currently the trust account is at Malahlela Attorneys. That's where all the money is being paid. However, there are certain people who are paying money directly to the attorney. So, for example, I talked to Sarwaka, he paid directly to Chris. Godwin is going to pay directly to the other lawyer. We have said that is to stop. However, if they insist on paying that way, they can do it, but they must send us the proof of payment. So if you get payment, if you take donations, you must send the payment that you made to a lawyer, to me. I'm the one who's got the mandate to manage the payments that are happening. The reason is, so let me explain to you why the reason is. The lawyers are briefing me before we go to court. So all the lawyers brief me. We discuss the strategy. They discuss that strategy with me. When they're going to court, I am basically the client there because the family is not there. And Nyoka has given me that mandate to represent him to that extent until he comes out. So until Nyoka comes out, I've got that mandate. And then when the lawyers come out, we sit down and we look at what has happened and what is happening next. And I'm responsible at looking at the welfare of the lawyers. At the moment, we're still talking little money. But a time is coming when we need 600,000, 700,000. I am going to have to go in and look for proper money. At the moment, Tichiru Kutamba, these are jokes. 5,000, 10,000, those are jokes. We want the Wikino money. Hakuna ere Wikino ano support opposition. Kana watu opposition, they are poor. Are we all poor, guys? Let's get this done. Let's get some money out properly. Let's not be an embarrassment to look for 5,000. Tomorrow I want to wake up and see some message saying, Gambakwe, come and get 1 million. What about million? Not saying you could chaga mama to my 1,000 and to my 2,000. I understand the Anagogo who come to court. Do you know that there's an Anagogo who go to court every week? They come every week. There are guys who are coming to court every week. They leave work. Some people take leave to come to court. So they talk to me about it and they're sacrificing a great deal. Myself, the reason why I'm at court every day, because this is my job. What I'm doing now, that's my job. So I'm able to do it. I'm able to come every day and I'm able to go wherever. So let's answer another question. What mandate have you got from Nyoka Wenagambakwe? Yes, I've got a mandate to collect funds, to work on the strategy, the defense strategy that is currently being worked. Everything that you're seeing happen in court right now, the lawyers, they brief me, they sit with me, they talk to me. And Mbuso, if you don't like it, come to court and take the mandate. Come and raise funds. Mbuso, if you raise 15,000, like I've done and paid the lawyers, then we can talk. Otherwise, pass anyway, Chigananda. Kutambangu, Mbuso, Mshanga, Kutambangu. I'm just joking with you. I like to joke. Your question is very, very good and very valid. And I hope that people have benefited from the answer. This is all about Nyoka. Nyoka is in jail. Nyoka is in jail in a cold cell. Right now, you are in bed. You're just about to, to sleep. You're just about to sleep. You're just about to drink your last cup of coffee. Nyoka is in a cold cell with no chair. That's the man that we are trying to help. Everything else is not important. Everything else is nothing. We want to get Nyoka out. And it is my job to get him out. I have got no other interest. I've got no ambition. I'm not planning to form a political party. I'm not trying to take advantage of the situation. I'm not trying to get better than anybody. You guys, you must be totally free I've got no other ambition except to help Nyoka. And I've been doing it for over a month. I looked for Nyoka when everyone didn't know that he was captured and found him. And from that day, we've been helping him from the 14th of April, exactly 1 month and 2 weeks right now. And when Nyoka is out, you will never see me doing any of this again. It is not interesting. Mkomba Twitcher, Sidzoro Lako. Sidzoro, yes, Sidzoro. What qualifies you in that Mbuso Mhlanga? Come to court, Mbuso. Raise 15,000. Spend all your time at court, every court sitting, and talk strategy with the lawyers before and after court. Then you can ask me what qualifies me. Otherwise, passing away, Sidzoro. Mbuso hatichadi kutaura newanzwa. Ndapedza newe. Let's see. Kambakwe, uri Chigananda, uri munhu waMnangagwa. Yes, William Musungwa. Musoro wako hautori zvakanaka. Ndiri munhu waMnangagwa sei ndichishandira why would I raise money for Nyoka if I am munhu waMnangagwa? You like theories, maningi. By the way, how much money have you raised for Nyoka, William Musungwa? How many days have you been at court for Nyoka? How many times? Where did you look for Nyoka? Have you ever looked for Nyoka? Have you ever talked to his family? And what have you ever done for Nyoka? Except to write comments. Zuma comments zvako nechifoni chako chiitel. Chakapera pen. I think I've covered everything. Number 2, Kavanu. My chief, you should be hosted in Malawi. Yes, I'm going to be in Malawi. I want to go and see the people over there for the elections. Kabako Urikanda intelligence, I told you, in Isaac Moyo. If ever I'm working in Zimbabwe intelligence, I'll be Isaac Moyo. Chikwira, Shakadai, noti Abavepasi, and Ditambire ku Ejizozo. And I think I've covered everything. I've played with you guys enough. And why don't you want people in court? There was violence in court, and it was said no one is allowed in court. So because there was violence in court, only 4 people are allowed in court. And if you are coming to court, don't get inside the court. Stay outside. Don't come inside. If someone tells you to protest at court, ukasungwa, usafunga ndinoya kukutsvaga. Ukasungwa mangwana, ugara waziva. Let it be clear. Kuti ukasungwa mangwana, uchagara mukati, handidzoki kukutsvaga. That includes the leaders. Vari kutaura vanhu kuti mukoti. Mukasungwa, inini ndiri kufamba naNyoka. Kana mukasungwa, vandiudza kuti vanokusungai. So the police have told me that they will arrest you guys if you keep coming to court muchidisrupt. Mukasungwa, ndoda kukutaurirai. Handisi kuraise mari, handisi kuuya ikoko. Munogara mukati. Because maudzwa kudhara. Don't come to a bail hearing and try to make it a trial. It's not a trial. A bail hearing is a chance for Nyoka to get out and to be tried outside. The time to ventilate the issues is coming. This is just a bail hearing. So if you come there and you try to make yourself a hero and you're arrested, especially those who have already made statements online here that are recorded, vachitaura zvokubata nyama, you know that. Mukauya pakoti mukasungwa, I'm not coming. Muchanyatsoziva kuti chi. Artist says, is your mandate writing? Yes, it's in writing. If you want to see it, we'll give it to you. That's why you were chased from a gathering. No, I wasn't chased from a gathering, any gathering. I left a gathering. Let me tell you what happened. The guys that surrounded the car, I told them not to damage the car of the Interpol officer. And then they continued to make chants and everything. And then I told them, I'm leaving. Because in this square region, Mudzingwa and Saroka said they want you attacked. Pasinavo. If that's what they said. If Mudzingwa and Saroka said they want me attacked, Pasinavo, it means good. They are not working for Nyoka. I don't think they'll say such a thing. I just talked to Sarawaka for a long time after court. There's nothing like that. And if there's someone who wants me attacked, Munangagwa. Munangagwa anofara. Kana muchindi ataka. Munangagwa anofara anoti wakala kuseka. That is Munangagwa. Anofara zviskaiti. Kuti maataka gamba kwe. Anofara. Right, I think guys I've covered everything. Zvimwe handikakwanisi kuzviansa zvese. It's been 25 minutes. I'm talking longer than Makandiwa. So let me take it to say everyone has understood. And let's say, Chesetafara, let's recap what I said. Today we've gone to court. We've submitted our answering affidavits. You guys done a great job. You all saw her. She's amazing. And then after that, we've gone out of court. All the lawyers have met at my hotel here. And we've had a certain sort of agreement. And we've made a payment. Gambako has made a payment of 5,000 to Malashela and Co. Godwin has made a payment to the other lawyers. And then Mudzingwa and Sarawaka have made a payment to Chris. We are all going to get those amounts. Anyone who has paid an amount to any lawyer must WhatsApp their proof of payment there. Then we're going to have one invoice. So as we go, there's going to be one invoice. So that when we eventually account, there is one account. One thing I can assure you, I will never take money which is meant for Nyoka, for myself. If you give me money so that we pay for Nyoka's lawyers, I'll only not pay you money, but I'll pay my own money. Right now, I'm in a hotel, which costs a lot of money. The guys who are at my hotel, they know. It costs a lot of money. My flights cost a lot of money. We no longer have a sponsor for my flights. The guy who did it did enough, and that was that. It's costing a lot, and I hope that you understand. This is a life-changing moment. Nyoka being in jail, Mnangagwa is taking a coffin, his own coffin, and putting nails from inside, and then leaving a little hole. And then after he finishes, he's gonna throw out the hammer. Mnangagwa, Arkurevanu Nenzara, and he is putting himself, you know, that is what Mnangagwa is doing. His evil is being seen all over the world. Today, people have seen Mnangagwa's evil. And Mnangagwa, kusunga kwake vanhu, is taking it into different countries. Achisunga, kuZimbabwe achisunga, South Africa achisunga, Botswana achisunga kwese. So that is what Mnangagwa is doing. And we want to see how far he can go. However, as I said to you, in conclusion, don't come to court tomorrow. At 2, we're having heads of arguments. It's short. And the documents are already prepared. It's just submitting them to the judge. So don't come. If you do come, stay outside at the corner there where people were standing. Don't damage property. Don't shout at anyone. Do your protest. Zvakanaka. Musaterere madinga anenge ari mukati menyu. Pane madinga anenge akaplandwa mukati menyu. Don't be like those people. And you heard, everyone has told you, violence is not the answer. Because mukaita violence, Nyoka will not get bail. That is clear. And I've said it over and over again today. Right. I think everything is covered. Sakagama will be new Minister of Information, and the Nyoka spoke in Minogeza, no, I will never work in government. And you can take that to the bank. Guys, I will never work in government. Did you hear what I just said? I will never work in government. So feel free, and I'll never form a political party. Feel free to work with me. And this would have to chinu. Guys, freedom, who are you to tell people not to come to court? siya language iyoyo freedom. Uri munhu mukuru. Uri munhu mukuru. Hatidi munhu anoshadabuka. Zvauri kuita. Don't be emphasize the issue of being the one who looked for nyoka. Why? I'm the one who looked for nyoka. So that is that. I'm the one who looked for nyoka. What do you want me to say? That I'm not the one. Okay, I think I've covered everything, and it's amazing. I love the work that we're doing. We are on the right side of history. We will never sell out to Mnangagwa. We will never. Ririnane nditogara hangu kumusha with no money, no cent, but we will never sell out to Mnangagwa. We'll never do it. Mnangagwa ari kuuraya vanhu nenzara. Mnangagwa anoda chema tsenga nzungu. That is what he wants. Thank you very much for watching, and a good night to you all.
Siyangena pari kuchisa segena mayuta kakumbuka apasiso rakachuka anzi anotimisa tomubvisa mabhurukwa ngochita kachamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunga mai asuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika ingochita kachamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunga mai asuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika makaune zvakaitike bulawayo mayuta kakumbuka hanzi koma ndiyo hanzi anopikisa wese tomubate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza muchiro iri kutaura neanhu pfungepo izvi zvakawanda vamwe vanotigeza da kumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gou ifanika anakonda taona pazouda nanatironi komanda nenyaya dziri kupisa pasocial media uchida zvakawanda pinda gamba kwemidiya vanovhura dzese dzakaipa dzakadziya waise zvakaitike bulawayo mayuta kakumbuka hanzi koma ndiyo hanzi anopikisa wese tomubate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza muchiro iri kutaura neanhu pfungepo izvi zvakawanda vamwe vanotigeza da kumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza